If you've got a business and you're frustrated or overwhelmed with your marketing, then you're going to want to pay attention, because on this special live edition, impromptu live edition of the Marketing Show, we're going to fix your marketing problems in just 5 minutes. Sounds like a bold promise, I know, but I assure you this is very real, because the vast majority of marketing problems, they really boil down to 3 different issues, or one of the 3 different issues. So it's my goal here to reveal those to you and to provide you with solutions so you can take them and implement them in your business and start getting immediate results, far better results from all of your marketing. Now, if you have any questions, you have any ideas, you have any thoughts you want to share, make sure to drop them into the comments below. Review all of the comments. Happy to get some interaction here and answer any of your questions. What I've got to cover here should take us about 5 minutes, after which I'm happy to dive in and let's have some Q&A and shoot the breeze for a little bit. So, the concept that I want to reveal to you today, that I want to talk about, is something called the direct response hierarchy. Essentially, what this means is that when we're talking about direct response marketing, which is really the most tangible, the most ROI-driven kind of marketing, where we're putting out marketing materials and we are expecting and we're designing some kind of response. So we put out a lead magnet, we want that email and that name back in. We put out a sales page, we want to get that sale. We put out an ad, we want to get the click and get whatever the ad is selling. So this is why direct response we kind of use as like the holy grail, or certainly the fastest, the most important part of marketing if you want to grow your business quickly. Now, when it comes to direct response marketing, there's 3 aspects of it that equate to the success of your campaign. So if we're thinking about, all right, there's 100% that we need to do, what's responsible for what? Well, 40% of the success of your direct response marketing, of pretty much all your marketing, is going to come down first and foremost to your market, to your targeting. Essentially, clearly identifying that ideal target market that you want to serve. We're talking about really defining, clearly articulating that ideal customer avatar. Really dialing in their demographic details like their age, their gender, their income, their occupation, their job title, whatever it is. We need to identify their geographic details, like what city or state or province or country they live in. Also need to identify, probably most importantly, their psychographic details. What are their attitudes, their beliefs, their interests, their affiliations, any groups that they're a part of? All of these are important because what they allow us to do is to clearly hold in mind that perfect client, that perfect customer that we want to market our businesses to. And when we have them in mind, all of the rest of our marketing becomes that much more effective. It's a great quote that I love that says, when you market to everyone, or when you try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one. First, I never understood what this meant, but the reality is that it's actually quite simple, and that if you're trying to reach everybody, you're trying to do mass marketing, mass market appeal, you have to naturally water down your message. You have to be far more inclusive, and you have to basically be vanilla, kind of bland, kind of boring, rather than the opposite, which is really dialing in that ideal customer avatar, and you can speak directly to them, their unique pains, their unique problems, their unique frustrations. All right, so that's 40% the success of your marketing. Now, the second element is your offer. 9 times out of 10, if I'm doing an audit on a business's marketing campaigns, I'm looking through their ads, I'm looking through videos that just aren't doing well, it's simply because the offer that they're making is resistible, meaning they're putting stuff out to the market that the market just doesn't want. Now, this doesn't mean that the market doesn't want you, it doesn't want your business. It just means that the way that you've presented it is resistible, opposed to irresistible. So essentially, you're making an offer and people are like, meh, I don't really need it. Maybe I'll get it later, maybe I won't get it at all. This is why we need to craft an irresistible offer with all of our marketing. And the only way to craft an irresistible offer, unsurprisingly, is to relate it directly to our ideal customer avatar that we first identified in the first step. And this is why, if you can identify your ideal customer avatar, you've got 40% of the puzzle pretty much already complete. And then when you figure out their pains and their problems and their frustrations and all the things they're trying to get away from, and how your business is uniquely positioned to solve that for them, you've got the other 40%. So just by doing these 2 things alone, you're already at 80% success rate. And most people, most businesses fail to ever really dial these in. So just that alone will immediately up-level all of your marketing. But let's move on to number 3, the 20%, the last piece of the puzzle. This is the copy and the creative you use in your marketing. These are the words you're going to say in your video. This is the design and production quality of your video. It's the imagery you're going to use in your ads. It's the text that you're going to put in your posts and captions. This is where most amateurs, most newbies spend most of their time. They focus all on the copy and the creative. They try to write really creative stories and really fun, fancy stuff, but they fail to nail who the avatar is, what the offer is that they're making. And so what they end up doing is maybe telling a good story. More likely than not, however, they end up confusing people, and then nobody can buy from you because they're just lost in this story. They don't really know what you're doing. They don't really care because it's not relatable to them. The offer isn't irresistible enough, and so all of the marketing fails. So this is why you have to use these 3 elements, and you have to go in order. Hey, Jessica, thanks so much. Great to have you here. We'll hop to some questions as well if you've got any in just a second. So let's recap that one real quick. Number 1, if you want your direct response marketing to work well, you need to have that ideal customer avatar dialed in. This is non-negotiable. You got to niche down. You got to figure out exactly who it is that you're trying to appeal to, because that leads us to step 2, which is crafting that irresistible offer. Really making sure that it speaks directly to the pains, the problems, and the frustrations that your ideal target market is currently going through. Once you've got all that done, this then allows you to hit onto the copy and the creative. What are the words you're going to use? What are the images? What style of video? How are you going to present it? And if you can nail all 3 of these things, your marketing will have inevitably no choice other than to immediately improve, immediately start delivering better results for you and for your business, both now and in the future. So that, my friend, that's it. That is the direct response hierarchy. Relatively advanced concept that not a lot of people know about. And if you go and actually implement this in your business, your results will dramatically improve. At least this is how it always has been for my business and for all of my clients and all of my students when I work with them. We always have to cover these pillars. And when we do, great things happen. And when we miss one, when we skip over it or gloss over it, inevitably we are going to suffer, and our marketing along with it. So that's it. Let me hop over and we'll check some of the technology here. And we'll see if we've got what's going on here. And otherwise, hopefully the comments come through. But otherwise, let me know after the fact. This video will be up for a while. Not sure how long. We'll see. And let me know any questions or comments you have in the comments section below. Otherwise, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys soon.